All right, everybody. Hello, this is Mr. Kane from Barberton High School. Joining with me is one of our assistant coaches, Ethan Titchener. We're going to be looking at our Overwatch game from Barberton High School versus Alliance High School from about a week ago. We wanted to start recording some of these matches so we could show those who are interested in seeing how the esports team is doing and also kind of what esports is about. For this game, we're going to be talking a little bit more in terms of beginners, kind of level commentary on this game. Maybe a few higher level things here and there, but in general, we want this to be accessible to everybody so anyone can enjoy it. Before we begin the first match here that's going to be on the map Kings Row, I want to go over who our players are for this particular game. We've got Mango Chips here on Mercy for this map. Mango Chips is played by Modesty Jet Castile. We've got our Gnome Boy over here. We just call him Gnome. This is Jamont Shaver, and he is on Ash here. We've got Zarya. This is Irish Lord, who is Noah Willis. We've got J3's Bug, which is Echo, the hero Echo, and that is Hunter Adair. We've got Sleepless, that is Alec Wietrich. And then Yi over here, who's on Anna, this is Mikey Brown. So these are our heroes for this game, and so I'm going to get things started a little bit. What our heroes are going to be doing is they are going to be going, let me show you. We'll go all the way over here as quickly as we can. Oops, I went a little too far. Over here, they are going to be defending this point right here from the enemy team, Alliance High School, that are coming out of this point, trying to occupy this space and then get a cart released from this gate over here, which will then be brought to, hopefully defended from. But it should be going all the way down this blue line over here, and then down here. If the enemy team gets here, then they have won this map, or at least they've gotten the first couple points on this map. After we are on defense, the enemy team will then swap with us. They'll be on defense and we'll be on offense and try to get the cart kind of pushed further than they did. And if there's a tie, then we'll get to that if it happens. So for now, why don't we go ahead and get started? So let me just do a quick countdown. We'll go 3, 2, 1. So our heroes are rolling out right now from their spawn. Hello. Down in looks like the subway over here.
They are likely communicating a plan with each other on how they could potentially get this point.
So right now they're just taking their positions. For those that don't know, the defensive team has a little bit of time to set up, get into position, to be ready to stave off the opponent's team. So they can kind of set themselves up. We've got our team captain down here, Alec, who is on Reinhardt, which is a defensive hero. He's got a really big shield that is going to be used to help protect the team. He's also got that hammer, which right now just throwing it around just to warm up a little bit, I suppose.
And it begins.
Yep. So we can see some fire coming across the top from our Ash, which is on Jamont Shaver. We've got Alliance pushing in here. We've got someone flanking around to the left side over here, coming around the back. As they're doing that, they're putting some pressure on the other side as well, kind of pincering the team here.
We do get a res off on the Ash.
Our Ash was picked off there, but Mercy has the ability to heal and also resurrect one character every 30 seconds, I believe. Right now they're just brawling it out right here, trying to go for hits. We've got a couple characters that are supporting us, but unfortunately, Alec is taken down. The rest of the team begins a retreat. Unfortunately, our Mercy gets kicked off right there, and the rest of the team is getting demolished. Now here's the thing about Overwatch. You might think, well, should they just always stay and fight to the last man? Well, the thing is, you respawn after you die. And because of that, they are going to be able to reset. It's better to let everybody die on the point here versus having one person stick around and then kind of trickle in one at a time, so it's always 1v5 or 1v6. It's better to let everybody either die or get back to spawn and reset so they can get in a new defensive position. Now if you notice, that little cart has just come out here. I'll put the position over here so you guys can see it. As long as the enemy team is touching this, they are moving it forward if our team is not touching it as well. So we've set up a defensive position up here. Playing the corner very well. Throwing out a fire strike to try to get a little bit extra damage in. They also have a Reinhardt on their team, and they are trying to kind of trade blows here. Each character in this game also has an ultimate ability, which is charged at all time. Alec Wietrich uses his right there, slamming into the ground. With his hammer slam, he can disable a large group of enemy heroes. He manages to do it, but unfortunately there's no follow-up from the team there. It's most likely because a couple of them got picked off in the back. They're really having a lot of trouble here defending on this first point. Not looking very good for Barberton in the first game. These games are played best 3 out of 5, so the first one to get 3 full map victories is going to win.
Yes.
We follow around some of our characters here. We've got a switch here. Gnome has gone over to Widowmaker, another sniper-based character.
It appears that our Sigma has fallen off the map.
That is unfortunate. I'm not sure if that was a move or just a bad movement.
It appeared to have been a bad movement, unfortunately. It's okay though. Barberton still has one more point to defend before it's totally lost.
This large area here, this is from the enemy's ultimate. Lifts every hero up and drops them back down, taking about half their health away, if I'm not mistaken. Putting up a solid defense here. Throwing out as many just spamming abilities. Ooh. Nice hammer there, but can the team follow up? That big blue
purple.
Yeah. That big wave that came out from one of the enemy characters gave them a big temporary shield to allow them to sort of stabilize from that fight. There we go.
Appears to be relatively even by now. All it takes is one pick for it to swing on one.
The shield that Reinhardt has up here, if you can see in the bottom left, there's his health and then also the shield health. So when that shield goes down, the team is very vulnerable. So you have to manage the shield pretty well. Unfortunately, Alec here is getting really ganged up on. They realize that he's
He gets picked on their Reinhardt.
It's pretty good. A nice hold here. There's that hammer stunning the enemy team. Nice hold, pushing them all back. From the rest of the team. A lot of work by J3's Bug, which is our own Hunter Adair here. He is on Genji. He's charged up his ultimate called Nano Blade, which is a big powerful melee attack.
Dragon Blade.
Or Dragon Blade, you're right, sorry, not Nano Blade. Nano Blade is when you use another character's ability with his Dragon Blade. So they're holding play in the corners well here. Trading fire, wearing down each other's shields.
Okay, our Widow does get shielded off by their Sigma. Ult on our team.
A lot of trades back and forth here. The thing is the enemy team doesn't seem to have any ultimates right now, but they're charging up. You can see those percentages in the upper right-hand and left-hand corner of the screen if you're looking for where I'm figuring out that information. We still have our charge up on our Genji. Let's go and see if he can get off of... Oh, nice. Great cleanup there.
It appears we have won this fight.
Another great defense. The more time we can take away from the clock here, the better for us. Because if we can push the cart as far as this in the next round faster than they do, that's great for us. Trading blows here, back and forth. That fire strike goes right through the shield. Nice purple. Oh, there's the hammer on our team. You can see them all laying down stunned, and the enemy team is pushing in here. Looking pretty bad for Barberton right now. Ooh, it looks like we got 5 man all cleaned up. Is that a full team wipe? Only Jamont remains. Not sure where he's at right now.
All right.
Unfortunately, we can't get the respawn off fast enough. Enemy team has got this first one. They pushed it all the way to the final point, getting them 3 points on the board. However, that does not mean it is the end of this first map. What we need to do on this next map, on this next offense, so we will now be on the offensive team. So I'm going to go jump over to us here in a second. We need to get it just as far, all the way to the end of the map, but then also do it faster than they did. A tall order, honestly. But Barberton is a pretty good team. I'm pretty confident in their abilities to perform well under pressure.
Although, if they are for some reason unable to beat their time in the previous round, there is still one last chance to get it back in the next 2.
That is true. It is a best of 5, or sorry, a best of 5. So they'll be first to 3.
I do actually believe that on this map, and any hybrid maps, it'll keep going until one team does not get the push or does not get the cart pushed all the way, and the other does. So theoretically, just a little fun factoid is that a hybrid map can go on theoretically forever if both teams are
Continuing to push
perfectly.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, if you keep pushing it, let's say that we get 3 on this, it's going to go back to the other way, and then back and forth until somebody is up over the others.
Yes.
This is player perspective here. Looking at Sleepless here, this time he is on a character a bit newer to Overwatch, Sigma.
Famous Sigma.
Yeah. Putting a shield up there, you might be wondering why. Most likely so that Jamont is going to be able to snipe from that position without getting hit by the enemy sniper. Interesting play. Trading blows to the small choke point here. It's very difficult to advance here. The team has a solid defense put in place. Without a good barrier, it exposes our team every time they peek between that hole. The spam's coming out. I'm going to jump over to some other player perspectives here.
You do get a pick.
We do get a pick, yes. Unfortunately, a res comes off, bringing that hero back up to enemy mercy. In the upper right-hand corner of the screen, for those who are following along at home, you can see the kill feed, which shows if characters are killed, resurrected, etc. The team is split, some pushing up left, some pushing to the right. It's kind of got us in a weird position where some of the team is wanting to push up one way, some is pushing the other, and it's dividing our forces in a way that is not really helpful for us. We got a Lucio going around for a flank. Unfortunately, the rest of the team is struggling while he's back there. There's J3's dead body. Mango Chip's trying to get out. She has Coalescence. That is Moira's ultimate ability, which heals and damages enemies in a big cone. Or sorry, heals allies and damages enemies in a big cone in front of her. She has this kind of yellow spray that comes out to heal allies, and a purple drain which pulls HP away from enemies. She can also launch an orb, which is healing or damaging depending on what she prefers for the situation. Seen that yellow orb go out just now. We're going to take a sky-high view here. A really nice move from Sigma, dropping his ultimate to try to drop their HP low. Team pushing in at this, but unfortunately enemy Ryan counters. With 2 picks on our team, I'm not sure that we can win this fight. Once again, Barberton forced back. J3's Bug trying to get out of there or die on point as quickly as he can. He is down. J3's Bug still's got the ultimate charge. You can see by the check mark next to his name in the upper left-hand corner for Team 1, which is us, Barberton High School. Shield put out by Arisa, moving forward on Noah. Uses her ultimate. Fortunately, it's quickly dispatched. Hers is a small little machine bongo looking thing, which boosts all allies' damage in the area. Unfortunately, the enemy team can destroy that, and they dispatched it pretty quickly before we could get any real value out of it. Poking at the enemy team here. Once again, some going left, some going right. A little bit of lack of communication right here on Barberton's part. Probably be moving a little more solidly. That sound you're hearing is the rip tire moving right there up the map. That thing right there is a huge ultimate from the Junkrat on the enemy team. Unfortunately, picked off one of our heroes. That is a very deadly ultimate. And it looks like the enemy team is showing a little bit of disrespect there from their Reinhardt, just kind of joking around. Unfortunately, we've only got about 30 seconds here. We can get maybe one more push in. The enemy team's Reaper is really out of position. Hopefully they can punish him. Nice pick off by Barberton. Maybe they can move in now. J3's Bug is down though, so we're 5-5. With that ultimate coming off of the enemy team. Oh, and a very nice by our Lucio, countering by boosting up our team with temporary HP. Moving in position here. Going for one last desperate push. Hunter Dare with the ultimate there. Modesty as well, using her ultimate to push as well. Can we get this point? It looks like it. Looks like Barberton has managed to take out everyone on the enemy team except for one hero. Don't know where they are. Maybe back at spawn. Maybe they made it out. But we are now capping this point. The longer we're on this point, the more charge we get. And if we can get it filled up, we've got ourselves some more time on the clock. Another 2 minutes and 30 seconds for this map. Can Barberton do it? Not sure. We're going to find out though. Now it's back to poking back and forth. As they're doing this, Alec playing up pretty far. His team is not quite behind him. He needs to communicate to bring the others nearer him. While this is going on, we've got E over here on the cart pushing it up. You only need one person on the cart to move it. 3, I believe, is the maximum that can get benefits from speed. Any more than that, it's just extra bodies on the vehicle. Pretty close in this choke point. Alliance High School pushing up pretty far. Really not playing the corners, not showing a lot of respect to the Barberton players in all honesty. Nice shatter. Unfortunately counter shattered by their Reinhardt, and then he charges ours all the way back here. Can they finish him off? They should be able to punish him. He's so deep. He's so deep. Priority is not being targeted on that Rhino. It's much longer to take it down than normal. The team's attention was spread out between several others. Modesty again, pulling out the Coalescence, chasing down, calling out priority targets. Enemy Lucio uses their beat to give them that temporary HP again. We can hear that tire coming out, the rip tire. Is it going to hit our team? Nice, it's blocked and destroyed by the Reinhardt. Team lifted up by the enemy Sigma. Looks like we've got Echo here turning into the enemy's Junkrat. They have an ability, which Hunter is on, I'm going to jump over to them. They have the ability to change into enemy heroes when they have their ultimate ability and then copy their ultimates and other abilities. So we got their Junkrat's tire. Now back to the normal version of the hero. You see them trying to clean up a little bit here. It's a pretty messy brawl here. Stun. Echo manages to get back out of danger. That's good. Flying back over, trying to get a little bit of spam in here. You see the first person protected here. Charging up. Laying down a little bit of covering fire. A little too far back to really get much use out of that focus beam, but that's alright. We are still advancing the cart. We got 30 seconds. And as long as we have someone on the cart, even if the timer hits 0, we can keep pushing. Big shatter by the enemy team, pushing in to try to eliminate us. We get the beat off to keep us alive a little bit longer, but unfortunately we're getting picked off here. I hear that enemy tire coming out again. Don't see it though. He either got destroyed or didn't get a good pick. Must have missed it. Big shatter. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can follow up. We've got, ooh, nice coalescence. A little too late though. Enemy beats again. You can see those shockwaves coming out from the enemy Lucio. They're trying to finish people off, but it's hard to beat through that shield. Right now, it's just desperation as Barberton is trying to hold on to this cart now that we are in overtime. Can they do it? Pushing up, doing pretty good. We got a lot of people on the cart here. Unfortunately, J3 picked off again. And we're pushing, we're moving forward. However, to get more time added, they have to make it all the way to that next ticker mark. Ooh, with the enemy Sigma ult there, dropping the team to half. 2 picks, both Yi and Irish Lord down. Holding on desperately. Oh, and with that McCree popping off on 2. I'm not sure, that was a McCree ultimate. That Riptire finishing off 2 of our heroes, and the 3rd goes down. With that, the first match is over. Team 2 wins, putting 3 points up over R1. They've got the first map. Remember, there are still other maps to play. We've got 4 more chances potentially to get the 3 points that we need. It's a best of 5, so we'll see what's going to happen on the next one. All right, welcome back, Barberton fans. We've got ourselves another match of Overwatch here, or at least the second game in the match against Alliance High School. We've got the same heroes as last time for the most part. The only real difference is Yi is now on Ana, a healer with a ability to debuff the enemy so they cannot be healed, and as well as the ability to disable enemies. And we've got Gnome is now this time on Junkrat, who we saw in the last match on the enemy team. They've got that, they have a bunch of explosive spam attacks that they can just throw out again and again. They've got a defensive trap, and they also have an ultimate, which is the Rip Tire, that little tire that comes out, blows up, and really is going to hurt the enemy team if they can get it off. So why don't we get this one started right now? In 3, 2, 1. This map is Eichenwald. It's a castle-themed map. We're heading out toward our defensive point. We're on defense again at the very beginning here. And just like last map, they are going to try to gain control of this point and then push this cart all the way to, well, our base. Hopefully we will be able to stop them. Right now, the Barberton team is trying to decide where is the best place to set up to hold a good defense. Looks like Gnome is up forward, just kind of jumping around, maybe scouting, looking at places that the enemy may attack from.
5, 4, 3, 1. Attackers incoming.
Interesting. Irish Lord setting up over on the right-hand side. Traditionally, you set up a bit more on the left. Noah is one of our newer players, which is potentially the reason for the unique strategy. Not necessarily a bad one, though. We begin holding here. Trading out the spam. As you can see on the left-hand side, the enemy is flanking through that small opening, and it's up to our team to kind of call that. Gnome is firing spam into that area to try to keep it under control, but it's difficult with the rest of the team pushing over here. There is a flank over here from the enemy Sombra. She's a spy-type character. Can go invisible and really get to these hard-to-get spaces. Team pushed back a little bit. Looks like Noah is down right now.
Our
Reinhardt is hacked. Yeah, meaning he's not going to be able to use his shield temporarily. That's part of that enemy spy character.
Her name is Sombra.
Oh, Sombra, yes, sorry.
Hacked again.
That's a good play by the Sombra, keeping our shield down. Our Mercy reses up J3's bug. Gnome is picked off by the enemy healer. Or no, he's not picked off, he's just slept. Oh no, he was picked.
Yep, it was slept off the map.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, a shatter failed by Alec there. Throws down the hammer, but it is blocked. That is a hammer that connected though from the enemy team. They also wasted an additional ultimate there. The Sombra's ultimate can disable pretty much everything. However, they didn't really need that when our whole team was knocked on their butts. Here, a tire coming out. Gnome gets the tire off on their tank in the back line. Nice sleep, but immediately woken back up by our... goes J3's bug waking that up. Alec has made it back to the point, brawling it out, trying to take down the enemy tanks first. The team is going to be left unprotected.
You do get the Sombra and the Rhine. Oh. Looks like Barberton's tipping it back into their favor.
Enemy team makes the right choice to retreat. Enemy ultimate there, the Dragon. Unfortunately, it is not connecting with anyone. Unfortunately for the enemy team. Fortunately for us.
Yeah.
Back to trading back and forth. We got a double barrier here. Our shields from Orisa and then our shield from our Reinhardt. Trading, trying to get picks here and there, blink away at the enemy HP. Our healers are doing a good job keeping our team topped off. They're trying to go around to the right-hand side over here. But Gnome is spamming into that point. Enemy Doomfist jumping in. Unfortunately, ooh, nice sleep. He's taking a nap.
Ooh.
That was good. That's going to keep him out of the fight for a couple seconds while our team can deal with everything else. Good bongo down from Noah, powering up our team.
We do have a Nano on the Rhine.
Nano on the Rhine, boosting him up. Oh, and then we see J3's bug on Echo turns into the enemy Rhine, allowing us to have double Rhines temporarily. Can we get another hammer out here? Hammer on the far side over here. Our Rhine lifted up and killed by the enemy Sigma. Luckily, J3's bug comes in. Can he finish him off? Nice. Great hold by Barberton High School. Amazing plays on the Echo there. Not to shortchange our Mercy either. Mango Chip's doing a great job keeping everybody topped off and keeping the team up and alive in the face of mounting damage. Mercy has her ultimate. That's Mango Chips. Hers is like it's a boost to her heals, which allow her to target multiple characters at once. Dragon coming out. Noah's able to get out of the way of it, so they don't pick anyone with the Dragon. They do split the team in half. However, their Reinhardt's terribly out of position. He is down.
We got a rep tire.
You hear the tire coming off. Where's it landing? There it goes. Managed to pick off.
The Hanzo.
Yeah, enemy DPS. Not a bad pick.
The Mercy does res. It appears to be a 6v3 at this point. It does appear that Alliance is
looking good for us. 5v3 because we do have J3's bug down.
Oh, yes.
Nice pull.
Alliance
it looks like Barberton's going to be holding this unless they can get this in the next couple seconds. We've held the entire first point, denying all points to the opponent on this. Great hammer to finish them off. They just need to finish off this Lucio, keep him from touching or kill him off. With that hero down, looks like overtime's about to end. And Barberton can celebrate having the first part of this map. However, the game is not over. Recall, we are now going to be switching over to offense for Barberton, where all they've got to do is capture this point, and they will score enough points to win this map.
0-0.
Yes.
It's pretty rare to run down the clock all the way like that on the first point. Usually you can defend a little higher, but I think that the first point is sometimes quite difficult to maintain. Barberton did a great job there. Got a little dicey a few times, but overall, a lot of good plays. Nice defensive maneuvering. Now we're just waiting for the enemy team to get their picks in as the game reloads for the next round. This is our spawn over here, so we are now going to be on offense, trying to figure out a way how to push up through here and doing the offensive job that the team was doing previously. We've got to make it through this choke point here, either going straight through the mid or maybe in and around this side spot here to get to the point. There are some heroes
Good
that have
defense.
flight and other abilities that might allow us to go alternative routes, but in general, you're going to be pushing through the center there.
Yes.
Most of the same hero pickups. The only difference right now is Yi is on a Zenyatta here. This is a healer who doesn't have a lot of HP, but can boost up heals for allies by putting an orb on them, healing them over time, and then also put that same type of orb on an opponent and causing them to take increased damage. Other picks are still all the same at the moment for Barberton.
We do have a switch from Zenyatta to Brigitte from Yi.
Oh, you switching over to Brigitte. Oh, a lot of changes right now. Looks like they're getting some last-minute strategies swapped around. So we've got Jamont over here, the gnome on Reaper. Pretty standard run and gun character. Got to get close. Trading out some spam here. See if we can get a higher view up here. Playing that corner well. Peeking out around that corner could mean death if the enemy team is focused enough. It's all about managing those shields. Looks like our Orisa goes down, but Mercy gets the res off. Unfortunately, we lose both our Reaper and Alec on the Reinhardt. At this point, the team should back up. No reason to trade hits here. All we're doing is building ultimate charge for the enemy team. Every time you hit an opponent with one of your attacks or break down a shield, you're building charge for those ultimate abilities. So standing up there and being a pin cushion, although it might feel good to not give up the space, it's not doing the team any favors. Luckily, we did retreat and regroup. Taking an alternate route this time.
From Reaper to Bastion from Gnome.
Bastion is a low mobility but high damage hero. If they get set up into their turret mode, they can do serious damage. So they're trying to move through this small space here. Gonna try to jump in here. He's in turret mode now. Shredding through those shields, trying to get into a better position. Team's keeping him up. Ooh, unfortunately could not stand that massive amount of spam. With the shields down, we lost the gnome. We lost several heroes. The team is in full retreat now with Mango and... oh yeah, we got Mercy too going back here. Mango and J3 retreating. Unfortunately, we had to use an ultimate in there, it looks like, which means that that ultimate Mercy used trying to get the last little bit of push in there, unfortunately was not able to get us anything out of it.
It appears that Yi has switched from Brigitte over to Lucio in an attempt to get a flank cap on the enemy team. Unfortunately, it does not work and he gets picked off.
Yeah, so we didn't get it on camera here, but what had happened is Lucio has some extra mobility, and he went around back behind the enemy team's positioning to try to capture the point by himself. Not a bad idea if our team knows to push in when he goes for that play. Unfortunately, the communication was not there, and so while he was sitting on the map, because they weren't pressuring on the other side from the main choke point, the team was not stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, what do? Turn around and deal with the one guy who's stealing their point and then get shot in the back? Or do they deal with the people here and lose their point? They may go for the strategy again. Barberton is pretty clever sometimes with their positioning, so we might try that strategy again. If we can get a bit more communication between ourselves and the Lucio, that's Yi. This is our Yi. He's in position. This time they're talking. You can see that they're pressuring a little bit more forward here. Unfortunately, they weren't able to go for the cap.
We do get a pick on the Echo from the Bastion.
That's good. Can they push in here? Fall and Lucio, who was our flanker there. He has an area of effect all around him that gets healed. You can see that number near the center of the screen. That 3, that's how many heroes he is currently healing. Heal or boost. Ooh, a slam from the enemy team bringing us down. But Gnome just getting a lot of kills on the Bastion.
Fighting it off. Numbers are quickly going down. But it appears Barberton may have this.
All they've got to do is finish this off. The whole team's gone. Quick wipe by our team. Good use of ultimates. Pushed in really hard, and that's all it takes for a quick point. It can happen that fast. Well, that's 1 point for Barberton for this map, and then a point for Alliance from the last map, which was King's Row. Now we finished Eichenwald. We're going to come back in a minute or two for Game 3.
Score is now 1-1.
Score is now 1-1. First to 3 is going to take it home. All right, Barberton fans, we're back to Game 3 of our match against Alliance. If Barberton can get this one, they'll only need one more map to get the win here. We've got pretty much the same hero lineup for Irish Lord on our Orisa. We've got J3's Bug on Echo. Yi is on Zenyatta again. That's the hero he was going to play on our last map, but then swapped out at the last minute. And then we've got Mercy for Mango Chips. Our standard Reinhardt on Sleepless. And then Gnome over here is on Doomfist, though remember, they can change these heroes as the match goes on, and that may or may not happen. They might even change them before they roll out of the spawn. We're going to find out, though, as we get started with the next game. In 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Now, this map is different than the other ones we've seen, where before we were going for a cart, and then trying to push it forward. For this one, it's sort of a king of the hill, where the teams are going to be going for this space over here. Whoever can hold it until the charge reaches 100% is going to get the first point. There are 3 maps on here. The first to 2 points gets the win. For now, they're just talking strategy, deciding what they want to do, maybe which way they want to attack from. Go straight down the main path, go to the right, or maybe try to some strange flanking positions. Right out the gate, moving forward. Trying to get eyes on the enemy team to figure out what heroes they have brought to the table. You see the enemy team here moving in.
We see Nekor going left.
Some of the enemy team have already dropped onto the point. Not really much of a point because the point does not open for another 10 seconds, so there's no reason to stand down there. No reason to give up the high ground. The team is holding up defensive position, using the terrain to their advantage, trying to bust through some shields. The point is now open, so the question is who's going to get that first. You can see the red team, Alliance is on it. You can see that charge building up. Ooh, our team touched, contesting it. Red team's got the point for right now. Alliance has the point. Our team is moving up top. Ooh, it gets 2 picks. Now it's time to drop down. They can get down behind the enemy team. Nice. Getting some good picks. They've got a Bastion, but it doesn't matter. It's totally eliminated. Looks like they're just trying to pick off the Diva, the last character here. Almost gets knocked in front of the train. With her finished off, Barberton has the point. 18% on the enemy team, and we are fast building our own charge, though. First to 100%, we'll take the map. Setting up some defensive positions down here, just trying to decide, using that kind of corner positioning there. Waiting for the enemy team, trying to decide if they're going to come from that top point there or over here on the right. Looks like their team is split between both points. A little bit of a unorthodox strategy. Okay, they grouped back up. You never want to send your team in without full support. You're just going to get picked off. That's called trickling in, and it is not usually a good move. Mercy keeping Noah topped off there on Orisa. Some rockets coming down. Ooh, the enemy team tries to stop us with a hammer, but it is blocked by Alec. We also have the Zenyatta ult coming out. That big glowing gold thing, what that is doing is healing our team in a big area around that character, keeping us up through the fight, forcing the enemy team back away from the point. They've got to retreat. They tried to use their ultimates for the fight, but it was to no avail. There's a bit of an aerial battle between J3's Bug and then the enemy team. J3 takes it with the help of Yi. Yi getting the kill on the enemy Pharah.
Team is currently retreating, trying to form up again and get ready for the next team fight. Barberton currently has 2 ults, close to a third, while Alliance has 4.
Ooh, that bomb picking 1, grabbing Yi there. That bomb blows everything up in a big area of effect around it. Shields can stop it, which they did, but unfortunately, after the shields were blown up, the enemy team came in and finished us off. Echo trying to get out of there. Will J3's Bug be able to escape? Probably not. No, it doesn't look like it.
No.
Pretty soft character, so it's no surprise that was able to get a pick off there. Remember, dying is not necessarily bad. If you all die together, you can all come back to fight together.
Alright, and while J3 goes back to the team to group up for another team fight, it appears the team has already gone to move right. The Reaper goes in for an ult, but it gets immediately just canceled. Pharah is trying to give him some spam damage from behind, but to no avail. We do pop off an ult. That is called Orisa's, I think, Turtle Charger? Amplifier? I don't remember what it's called, but it is commonly referred to as a bongo. Because of the way it's shaped. What it does, it gives everybody on the team a 50% boost to the damage.
Nice shatter right there.
Ooh.
Should allow us if we can finish off this last character. Yep. Barberton's getting the point back.
Another quick sweep from Barberton.
Good use of that ultimates. Alec is pretty deadly with his hammer swings.
It does appear now that both teams are pretty few and far between as far as ultimates go. I would say this next fight is going to be pretty interesting.
It's just going to come down to who can call out the targets and eliminate the threat first. Who can manage their abilities. Ooh, looks like Alec goes down. Yi tries to throw out the ultimate. They throw a counter ult, but unfortunately, Yi's just going to heal straight through that.
We do
Ooh,
get the
are they
Reaper
gonna-
and our res on the Reinhardt. Their Soldier and D.Va do also ult. Let's see how. It appears that D.Va has gotten our Orisa along with the normal pick from the Zarya onto our Echo.
Looks like Gnome's going crazy. They're getting pickoffs. He is one of our main DPS. His job is to eliminate the enemy team as quickly as possible. Ooh, unfortunately gets picked there. But it shouldn't matter too much. There's not a lot of enemy presence left here. They're just kind of picking off these soft, squishier characters. The Resurrection comes off from Mercy here, but only brings back a baby D.Va. Oh, she brings back her mech, though. This fight's going a little bit longer than Barberton probably wanted it to. Enemy team is getting charged up. They've got 99%. It's anyone's game. The next person to control this midpoint is going to get the win, whether they can force Barberton off or if we can force them off.
Got another ult from the Zen. Lucius back from the point. They can only hope to trickle in now. But it appears it'll be to no avail. All there is now is the Tracer.
Hammer makes quick work of the Tracer.
Yes.
Nice celebratory bongo there. Those blue lines coming out from that central point there were the buff for damage. Didn't really need it anymore. The map was won, but at the same time, it's just fun to hit the Q button and see the cool things happen.
Ready for battle.
Second map here.
I believe this map is called Busan Mecha Base. In case you do not know, another type of mode in Overwatch is called Control, and Control maps typically have 3 maps, which the players will cycle through depending on how quickly the match goes. They may only go through 2, they may go through 3. So if Barberton does win this map, the 3rd map will not get played.
Trying to decide where they want to go. A little atypical. Looks like Barberton is opting to take a position open up on this bridge and trade with the team over here. Most teams come out on the position where Alliance was over here because there's more cover, though they do more quickly get into combat with each other. Barberton has a bit better long-range game based on the heroes they've picked right now. However, they have a lot less cover here, which means that the only shield is the one that Reinhardt and Orisa are going to be providing. Just trying to decide when to drop down on the point. Looks like our team has dropped down. The enemy team's Zarya is far out of position here. Unfortunately, not able to get the pickoff on her. Barberton using the walls for cover. Looks like we trade a little bit here. Oh, a couple trades back and forth.
Zenyatta's. Oh.
Enemy team is low. That Reinhardt's so low. Is he going to live through this? Oh, he is not. Unfortunately, I don't know that our DPS can really make anything happen out of that just by themselves. Too much health left on these remaining heroes. The point goes currently.
Just barely. Alliance gets the point. Very close team fight.
Jumping over to the Gnome. Yi, looks like they're coming back out. Orisa a little bit far forward. Luckily, the team's right behind them.
And another team fight has begun.
Much of the enemy team not playing around their shields, making it very easy for our Gnome to pick them off. It's basically target practice over here. Unfortunately, Gnome has to watch out on his way back.
3 picks on Alliance.
Alliance is falling apart.
4? Yeah.
Can they clean them up? All right, that's a nice clean pick-off. Will they get the last one? Trying to decide if they want to go after it here, but they're just going to let them regroup. It's not worth getting out of position to chase one lone character.
While the team fight, while the 2 teams are currently in between team fights, Barberton is currently looking to get back in the position to prepare for the next one. This is already a pick on Alliance. A Reinhardt hammer, a Soldier ultimate, a Zarya ultimate,
A lot of
and a Zen
ultimate.
ultimate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Though I'd
Looks to be,
say
I
we
think,
got the most
5
value out of
ultimates
that
in
Soldier
total.
76 ult from Jamont on, Soldier 76. Had a lot of eliminations there. We now got more charge than the enemy team on this map. Can we maintain them? That is the question.
Barberton is currently trying to make good use of their long range advantage, judging by the heroes that they are using, as opposed to Alliance's. As far as long range heroes, Alliance only really has the Zenyatta and the McCree. Actually,
good heals coming out from Mercy. Just flying all over the map here, keeping everybody topped off. Zen putting out damage orbs and also healing Vistakin. Oh, our Reinhardt goes down. I don't know if Mercy's going to be able to get anything for that. Ultimate
It is
committed
high
from the
noon.
enemy team. High noon.
McCree's ultimate is commonly referred to it as noon.
Can this
when he
fight go on
basically
here?
Whoa.
Enemy is low. Can Jamont finish these guys off? It's just him.
He
He
pops
commits
an
an
ulti.
ultimate for this, just to make sure he can get
Zarya,
hits.
Zarya,
I can't believe they got
Zarya
that.
goes down. Another very close team fight.
By
Not
no
this
means
one,
should we have been able to
clean it
take
up.
that. That was great play there. Either great play by us or poor misplay by the opponent. Hard to say which. He is the moment. Their enemy using their Zenyatta for their heal. That's the golden guy with the big glowy thing around him there. Healing up his team to keep them able to pressure at us. We hear a Junkrat tire coming out. Ooh, picks off one. We've got our own Yi, or our own Zenyatta here. Healing off. Good trades, good trades. Is Barber going to be able to clean this one up? It looks like they might be able to get this second map for the second point in the game. Yes.
Third map will not be played. And so far, Barberton is currently up with 2 points versus, Alliance is 1.
That means that there's one match after this, potentially two. If Alliance manages to get a point on the win on the next map, that means that it'll be 2-2, and we'll have to go to a fifth game. However, hopefully Barber can get it. Unfortunately, it is the enemy team's pick for what map we're on, and well, let's just say I already know the map that they're going to pick, and it is not one that Barberton is very fond of. So we'll see how they handle on it. Alrighty, welcome back, fans of Barberton Esports Overwatch. We are here once again, looking at our team, getting ready to actually not exit this door, but this one over here. They just came from over there, I suppose. We've got the same heroes for the most part. We've got Yi once again on the Lucio to give speed and healing to his team. We've got Soldier 76 right now on Gnome. We don't know if he'll stick to this as the game goes on, but why don't we find out in 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happens. They may change up the heroes here, not too sure. Gnome's pretty good on the Soldier. Soldier, if you have ever played any other first-person shooter style game, Soldier is the most similar to kind of your Call of Duty guy running around with a gun. Some people call him Grandpa Call of Duty because he's actually an old man. Looks like we're going to change out for, a Pharah here. She is a flight-based hero. Oh, never mind.
Up, Soldier.
Up, Soldier it is. This is a map just like the last one. This is called Ilios. This is the well map. They are going to try to control this central point with this big hole in it, the well, just like the last time we watched a game here. Whoever can hold it the longest to get that 100% will get the point. It's going to be 3 potential maps. So whoever gets the first 2 maps here at Ilios will get the victory for this round. Trade of fire back and forth, poking at each other. They claim first blood on J3's bug. Oh, and right into the... Oh, that's sad. Right into the hole. Environmental kills are possible.
Both Lucios are looking for some boots.
Well, that was actually the hook it looked like from the hog.
An environmental kill is basically when any player uses the environment, most commonly some spot on the map to where if someone would fall off of it, they would just die.
Such as this infinite hole over here, or the cliff over by the edge, looking over this beautiful seaside.
Yes. And there are some heroes who can forcefully move other heroes into these areas, such as Roadhog with his hook, or Lucio with his boop. A boop is anything that will push an enemy a little bit away from you, which can be used to make them go into the hole.
A lot of pressure being put on Barberton here, mostly from the enemy Pharah, I feel. Pharah is a hero that we might have run on this map ourselves. You can see the Mercy on the enemy team is hooked to their Pharah, launching rockets from above. They are an aerial hero that manages to get really strange angles because of their aerial mobility and attack with these long-range rockets.
Now, Barberton is ganging up on Alliance's Rhine, but unfortunately doesn't get much value, as immediately after, both Lucio and the Orisa are picked off.
Right now, Barberton's really trickling out. They're not really grouped up at the moment, allowing Alliance to contain and maintain a lead.
Looks like Barberton Soldier has switched to Widowmaker, which as opposed to Soldier, Widowmaker is much more long range. I guess your most sniper-esque character. We do get an enemy junk tire. Does get the pick on the Orisa. Mercy might be able to get a res off. She does.
Taking a big look at the sniping here. Big reason to switch to the sniper is that they are much more effective at taking down those flying heroes. Unfortunately, at the moment, we're not seeing much of it. Ooh. Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
Eliminated by the rocket fire.
Ooh.
Res coming off. We got their Rhine down, but unfortunately came right back up as their Mercy resurrected. Mercy can bring back any dead hero after on a 30-second cooldown. So every 30 or 35, Ethan, can you tell me?
I believe it's 30. Yeah, it is 30.
Ooh, nice. Pick on the Rhine. Barberton pushing up. They need to. We've got 99% of the MC. Oh, no! Into the hole. Oh, can he get out of there? Nice job. Good recovery.
He does.
We've got the Bongo
yes.
down, amping up our team's damage. Can they take the point here? Bongo goes down. The enemy Roadhog using his ultimate Gatling gun here that is pushing back enemies. Looks like they're about to finish him off. Great job finishing. Unfortunately, still having to contest with these enemy heroes on here. Can Barberton cap this point in the overtime on this particular map? Looks like they got it. But it's a long road from 0 to 100% when the enemy only needs to get this point back for just 1 second with no Barberton heroes on it, and they will take the map. Got Chamont in a good sniping spot up top. Looking over the enemy team. Oh, no pick off that.
And here comes the push from Alliance. An early ultimate from Mercy, hopefully doing that quite quickly, or at least
he is down. Maybe going too far in net for aggressive boop, hoping to push from the behind. Oh, a pull on the Orisa too into the hole. With 2 big heroes down, it's going to be rough. The only support left is Mercy.
You do have their Lucio going around looking for a boop. Instead, he actually goes after our Widowmaker, who immediately gets support from our Mercy.
Barberton is off the point. A lot of them are, at least. Some are still touching, though. There's Sleepless. Not a Reinhardt this time. Ooh, that rocket. Rough.
Our Lucio did get a boop on their Lucio, proving his superiority.
Nice play there. Contesting back and forth. The shield's going down, though. And I don't know if J3's Bug and Irish Lord are going to be able to hold it. We've still got the point. And we're still building charge. Bit of a knock-up by Sleepless on the Wrecking Ball. Charge out from the Reinhardt. He actually charges off the map into his own death. Big mistake by that Reinhardt, but I don't know if it's going to matter because so much of our team has been eliminated by the Pharah. Really don't have a lot left. Just J3's Bug here, doing his best to stay on point. He's the last one defending right now against 4 heroes. Doesn't look good. He's down. Can one of the Barberton heroes get to this point and touch it to stop them from recapturing the point? They can't. We've only got a few seconds. Can anyone touch the point? Lucio on point. Irish Lord as well. Unfortunately, right now it's just throwing bodies at a bad place. With the full team, and with a beat from the enemy Lucio, with all that extra defense, they're not going to go down easily, and I do not believe Barberton is going to be able to salvage this one. Luckily, it is not the end of the game. Remember, there are potentially 2 more maps here. Barberton has to get the next 2 maps, though, to get the point for Ilios.
Score 0 to 1.
Almost got it to 100, Barberton did, but in the end, they just couldn't do it.
All right, enemy team, this is another map of Ilios. This is Ruins. They're going to go for the central point here at this low ground while the team battles around the high ground. There's also these little bits of, obviously, ruin at the Ruins. Going over to take a look who's Barberton going to be running. Similar lineup this time. We've gone off the Lucy here to an Ana, the character with heals, heal darts, and then also the ability to remove the opponent's healing ability with her biotic grenade.
Yes.
Rolling out here. See Barberton moving forward. Enemy team dropping down to point, but then maybe thinking better of it. Don't need to go onto the point until it unlocks in the next 15 seconds. For now, it's all about positioning, trading blows back and forth. Looks like the enemy Ryan far out of position. Unfortunately, Barberton is not able to punish him. Oh, yes they do. Get the kill off on the enemy Ryan. While the res comes off, if they would have been able to finish that Mercy, they would have been able to stop that. Unfortunately, not able to coordinate that.
The Widowmaker did have a high sniper position on our team, but our soldier quickly dealt with that.
Could be anyone's midpoint right now, but looks like Barberton's going to take this point right away. Nice sleep dart coming out. Can they finish off this Lucio? Get him out of here? Oh, I was worried he was going to walk that one off. Barberton managed to take the position. And now we're building up charge. J3's bug, a little bit far forward, looking for some bit of spam, tapping on the enemy. Needs to be careful that they don't have a sniper or something that can hurt him. Manages to deflect the enemy's fire strike. That's the big orange kind of blast that comes out of a Reinhardt periodically. Genji can deflect any attack that's levied at him, long-range attacks.
Not quite any, but most. But yes.
That's fair. Ooh, our Reinhardt is just decimated by the enemy Reaper. Luckily, we get a res off from Mercy. Our team didn't really contest them much on the point there. Now, with Alliance holding control of this point, our Reinhardt goes down again. Team is a little spread out. It's making it hard for the tanks to get support from their DPS to stay alive, and it's hard for everyone else to get shields from the tanks. Really spread out here. Mercy trying to do her best to keep things together. Falling back right now as they're realizing the team is not there. Nice sleep coming out from Yi. They're in the murder hole, though. Don't want to be in here. Gnome is really going to work, though. Reinhardt as well. Team's back together. Can they take out this Reaper? Not before he takes out our Ana. Trying to trade here, but you never want to fight a Reaper as a big tank like that. You're basically just going to be a sponge for him. Reaper can heal every time he hits somebody, and guess what? With a lot of HP, a tank is just a big, tasty snack for a Reaper.
Yes.
Ooh, shatter on J3's bug. Barberton getting pushed back again. A little bit of an early ultimate from the Irish Lord here. Really didn't have the team to follow up on that. Might have been a panic ulti. Might have just been a miscommunication. Maybe a misclick. But it wasn't doing us any favors there, unfortunately. With the team all together, they're moving into position. We've got a couple ultimates. We've got the hammer available. When will Sleepless drop that hammer, though? He needs to make sure he doesn't run into the enemy shield. He is nano charged up.
Reaper is in the back.
Big
Slowly,
hammer.
Early. Oh.
Oh, enemy soldier picking off our team a little bit, or at least trying to. Luckily, Gnome finishing them off. Looks like this is going back to Barberton. However, the enemy's already built up above 90%. That means that it's going to be very difficult if they get this point back. That might be the end for Barberton for this particular map, forcing us to a game 5. Nice deflect there. Enemy black hole coming out. Black hole, the gravity surge, whatever you want to call it, it is from the enemy Zarya. And they've got this point. If Barber doesn't work quickly to retake this ground, they are going to lose this map. Oh, we've really got a healer on Ana, and oh, they were not able to get into position. Unfortunately.
We'll be playing our 5th and final match.
Yes,
so
that's true. We weren't able to get this one, so it's now 2-2 overall. Barberton having lost King's Row and Ilios, but having won on the maps Busan and Eichenwald. Because of that, it's now 2-2. We are going to the very final match. Whoever wins this next one is going to be the winner of the game.
Very exciting.
Yeah, Alliance, Barberton, we don't know, but we're going to find out. See you soon.
It's going to be very close.
Mm-hmm. All right, Overwatch fans, it's come down to this. The last of the esports games between Alliance High School and Barberton High School. We've got our team. We've seen these heroes before. We know what's going to happen. Hopefully, a victory for Barberton High School. This map is very similar to the first two we saw, Eichenwald along with King's Row, where we're going to be pushing a cart. But right now, we're on defense. I'm going to fly over before I unpause this to show you the general map here. In this case, the enemy team doesn't have to capture a point to begin with. They just need to begin pushing this cart straight from the beginning, following this line all the way to this first gate, then the second gate over here, and then the third point over here, which will result in 3 points on this particular map. Same thing, Barberton will get the same chance to do the same on offense for the next map. For now, let's unpause, drop back to our Barberton folk over here. We can see him here, and let's go in 3, 2, 1. Let's take a look. The rollout begins. One of the hardest things about Dorado, I feel, for many players is trying to decide where to set up on this first map. At least that's something that our team tends to always have a bit of a discussion about. Where are they going to set up for the first defense? Is it going to be kind of down here in the streets area? Is it going to be up on this high ground near the balcony? Or is it going to be over here above this courtyard overlooking the streets? There are other places you can set up as well, but those are the ones that typically the team tends to try to decide where they want to be. Looks like everyone's mostly favoring the upper positions here over the courtyard area. Trap coming out from Junkrat. Those traps can freeze an enemy hero in there. Ooh. Bit of fire coming out from the enemy Ashe up on the rooftop there. Team trading back and forth. A big decision is when to drop down and contest this cart, or are they just going to stay up top and exchange blows? Enemy Reinhardt is doing a great job blocking the shield. They have a lot of abilities that are going through our shield, hurting our heroes. Irish Lord, oh, goes down. He was getting low. Mercy could not help them out. J3's Bug gets a pick. Mercy reses up our Irish Lord, and now the team drops down to fight in the corridor.
Ryan does get picked off.
A couple trades here. Irish Lord still up here on his own. Probably should fall back with the rest of the team at this point. Looks like they're going to get ready to move in position, or maybe just fire from behind. Irish Lord does go down. Team is holding here pretty well. Honestly, with two supports like this, I didn't think they'd be able to hold us as well as they could there. Now the Reinhardt is back, giving them some extra defense.
Current looks to be a 4v5 as far as team balance goes.
Here a junk tire coming out from Jamont. It looks like from around the back. It's going to go off. Trying to hit it in just the right spot. Looks like there's a battle going on in that side room. Unfortunately, we can't see it from where I'm at here. Tire did not get any picks. That means the tire was either eliminated or perhaps blocked by some shields.
Looks to be that it was eliminated in this case.
Enemy Reinhardt trying to get out of there, but cannot. He almost goes down, tapped off by the Mercy. He working on keeping our heroes topped off while Mercy goes for the res. Throws out a biotic grenade to amp up the team's healing, but also mostly top themselves off here. Enemy Bob. This is from the enemy Ashe. It's a whoa, where did the Bob go?
Oh,
The Bob is gone.
The Bob was charged by Ryan over into this little dark alleyway over here.
I see that now. Hammer goes down. Don't get a lot of value out of it though. Enemy Sigma though, throwing our heroes up and dropping their HP down. Looks like Barberton's getting cleaned up right now, unfortunately.
Here's gonna be able to hold it.
Yeah, Mercy goes for the res, but she gets the res off, but as you can see the ticker mark at the top, they've already made it to this point, so unfortunately, Barberton has to regroup. Let's talk about the Bob for a second, because we yelled about a Bob and then he just got thrown away by by our Reinhardt, which is a good move by the Rhine. Bob is a sort of NPC, a character not controlled by any particular player that can be put out as the ultimate from the enemy Ashe. He has a Gatling gun, and he's just a really big threat as he spams out damage in an area, and the players can choose to either ignore him or try to kill him just like you would a normal hero, except he does not respond.
Our Ryan actually took it upon himself to take the Bob away from our teams, but he cannot do any harm. And
wow, huge plays by J3's Bug here. J3's Bug turning into the enemy Reinhardt, getting some major kills and forcing the whole enemy team back. That's a full team wipe for Barberton High School.
Full team kill. Wow.
That was beautiful.
Fantastic.
Just a lot of pressure coming out from both of our Reinhardts. The regular Rhine and then J3's Bug on Echo. I'll jump over to Echo for a second here. Echo is this hero that kind of floats around, flies in the air, has a lot of damage, but can clone an enemy hero becoming them. And that's what we saw when there was the kind of blue glowing Rhine was not our Rhine. In fact, it was our Echo transformed into the enemies. Great play. Trading here. Team should be backing away from that beam right there. Looks like the team's actually pushed up and fighting in the back line, picking off the enemy Ashe. A little separated out here. Will Alec drop the hammer in this fight? Yeah, there's the hammer.
There it is.
Gnome also going on the Genji this time. Getting some kills in the back line. Uses his ultimate. Unfortunately picked off before he can finish off. Nice finish by Noah, though, on as Irish Lord picking off the enemy Sigma as he was just barely alive.
Yeah. It does appear that someone on the enemy team has switched to Sombra, which means it could mean big trouble for Orion if she decides to hack him. So that
there's the Sombra. She's hacking right now. Noah. He's trying to get away from her. The enemy team has a lot of ultimates built up, and Barberton has nothing. See all the check marks in the top right? That means we're about to see, yep, some ultimates from the enemy team. If they're smart, they won't use them all at once. Looks like they've already blown through 2 of them. The camera is well blocked, though. Barberton backing out. They used a lot of ultimates there on the enemy team, but they didn't get a lot of value out of it.
It appears that their Sombra has switched off Sombra to Widowmaker, so...
Looks
Sombra's
like J3's
no
bug back on the Reinhardt clone. Cloned again. Is he going to be able to get a big play again? As he charges into the distance, he's definitely forced the enemy team back. They're giving him a lot of space here. Is he going to go crazy? Throws down a shatter of his own. Back to his regular form, though, now that the clone is over. Barberton is cleaning up, pushing them back, forcing the enemy team away. The enemy Widow really, really far out of position here. Will they be able to finish off? Ooh, high noon. Oh, unfortunate time to drop the shields with Irish Lords running out, and I believe that Alec just simply dropped his there. Maybe it was destroyed. But because of that, then the crew was able to finish off both of our players, allowing them some valuable time to push the cart forward as our tanks now need to get back into position to protect the team. Are they going to be able to get there in time? Irish Lord looking really, really low. Can he get healed up before he goes down? The healers look like they're going to be able to top him off a little bit, perhaps. Or Reinhardt is slept. Genji fighting here. We've only got 1 second left. Barber can stop them here. They're not going to get any points. Great defense here. Wonderful hammer. Oh, the enemy hit the hammer as well.
Whoa.
It's going back and forth, back and forth. Who's going to get this? Can they eliminate the threat? Their damage is spread around a little too much. Oh, Reinhardt goes down. And with that, oh, unfortunately, they get this point, giving them another minute and 30 seconds. I thought Barberton was going to clutch it right there. Unfortunately, no. What went wrong, Ethan? Do you know?
I would probably say when both the Ryan shattered, most of our team went to focus on helping our Ryan, but largely ignored the enemy Ryan that was swinging wildly away at our back line.
Gotta call those priority targets. This is the final point.
We do now have a Sombra. Here's...
We're gonna jump over to the Sombra right now. Oh, J3's bugged. Never mind. Transformed into Reinhardt. We're looking at his perspective here. Doing his best to swing away.
We do lose J3.
Unfortunately, a little sloppy there. Not that there's much they could have done. Our Ryan goes down too. Trading hits here. Gnome doing work from behind. He is on Sombra. We're taking a look at his perspective here. This is a hero that is very, very valuable. Her ability to disable enemies' abilities like shields, and her ability to throw that little, I don't know what it's called, teleporter that she just chucked, allows her to reposition quickly behind the enemy lines or get out of trouble. Right now she is invisible, running around trying to find a good spot to move.
Trying to intercept our Widow.
They're going for the final push. It's overtime right now. If Barberton can stop them here,
he doesn't get it.
Nice! That big purple glow, that was our own Jamont removing all the enemy's abilities. That's the power of the Sombra, making everybody only able to fire their primary weapon. It looks like Barberton has been able to stop the enemy team here, but this is a long push that they're going to have to make all the way to this point. If they can get it this far, they will win. However, if they can't, well then, it's going to be Alliance's game. That's a long push to make from right here, where the cart was. They've got to push that all the way. Let's fall all the way back. They need to make the same amount of progress that the enemy team just did. And that's much easier said than done. This team has not made things super easy for Barberton in this game. Let's go in and see what our players are selecting for their characters for this particular map. Maybe we'll see some of the same heroes again as we've seen before. Maybe they'll swap it up. What are your thoughts, Ethan?
Looking to be a very close match. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this round is going to be what determines the entire match.
Right now, it looks like Barberton is trying to decide which way to move out. There are several exits from the spawn point. The question is, do they go straight for the cart to try to push it right away, or do they try to get a sneaky flank on the enemy and destroy wherever their defensive position is set up, and then drop down to the cart and push it safely after the threat has been eliminated? Looks like they might be thinking a little sneaky right now. The question is, can they execute on that? It's much easier said than done. It requires a lot of coordination, and this is a map that I don't know if we've done any flanking practices on.
Are they going to go under?
So are they going to go left here? And oh, looks like they're going over
Evidently
the top.
not.
Are
Missed
they?
the payload.
Confusion. I think seeing the enemy team, they decided it was not worth going under. Now we're kind of set here, fighting along this little stairwell. While this is happening, two of our heroes are pushing the cart up around the corner. That's J3's bug on the Reaper. Not a normal hero for him. Usually he's more of a Echo and Genji player. He goes up into position, but unfortunately he is red and eliminated before he can even get out of his teleport. Well, we got a little bit of cart distance, but not a lot. Looks like they're rethinking their strategy here, as Barberton is deciding which way they want to roll out now. You ever see Mercy with that blue beam instead of the yellow? The yellow is the heal beam, and the blue on Mercy, that is, take a look at her, the blue boosts damage, the yellow is what heals. Just getting the res off on our down Orisa.
Here the Sombra is going to try and look for a good hack position on their Bastion.
Ooh, Bastion is just charged and run down by Alec. Great move on our Reinhardt. And now with their Rein so far up by himself, he's down, yeah, for sure. There's no way that Rein was going to survive being that far up alone. His team just left him to die. Enemy soldier using his ultimate. Can they stop him? J3's bug tries to, but unfortunately is finished off. With that support from the Mercy on the enemy team, it was just too hard for him to sustain. A nice purple. The purple effect on the enemy team comes from our own Yi throwing out his biotic grenade to heal our team, and then not only do damage to the enemy team, but prevent them from being healed for a temporary period of time.
Ooh.
Nice shatter, just wiping out the enemy team. Enemy Bastion gets hacked, but unfortunately he's already able to activate his ultimate. Nano over on Sleepless. This is going to give him a boost of damage and things. Short-lived.
Oh. He managed to get a couple. Looks like their Ryan's going to get... Ooh.
Looks like... Oh, they
hacked out of it.
Signa's ultimate.
Hacked out of it.
That was the hack on Gnome, stopping the ultimate from going off, the one that lifts our team up and drops their HP. Unfortunately, Sleepless could not get healed there. He was unable to finish that, survive that little bit of a push there. However, Barberton's got the point here. Big hack from Gnome. Is he going to get some follow-up on that, though?
It looks like Bastion and their Mercy are flanking.
Strange play with the Bastion flanking in the back here. It is showing a little bit of discord in our team, though, as half the team is turned around, pushing back to defend, half is trying to go forward. That's probably what happened to Yi and Sleepless here, where they got picked off by the Rhine further up. Spreading your team is always a recipe for disaster. Overwatch is very much about the 6-man or 5-man group. Might have a flanker here or there making a play around the back, but usually you want to be together. And right now, we are anything but. We are pretty spread right now.
It is very rare for a team, for our team purposely splitting apart and networking. Okay.
Trying to retake some ground here. They had a little bit of an edge, but now the enemy team Alliance in position and holding firm.
You gotta... Ooh.
Ooh, enemy. Oh, we got a clone again. They missed with that ult. We got a hammer coming down from our own
double
Hunter.
Hammer.
It was a double hammer.
It was a double hammer. I do believe we got a hammer from our normal Ryan and My hammer from
Alec is
Ryan.
all up on his own here. I don't think he realizes how far up he is. He's chasing down some of the squishier heroes, so he might be all right. No, unfortunately, he does go down. No one was there to help him, but the rest of the team was back here on the cart, finishing off the enemy Ryan so they could get some push time out of it. I don't think it was necessarily a bad play. Ooh, nice res on our Mercy. Mango Chips, Modesty, getting a good res on the team captain, Alec. Oh, the enemy slams. They managed to pick off our Ryan, and we are not going to have that res to bring him back up for some time here. Interesting nano choice on our Echo. Boosting them up, temporary damage. Unfortunately, they don't have a very long lifespan, unfortunately. Big hack coming out from Jamont. Disabling all the enemy's abilities, going for a push here. Getting J3's bug brought back up with our res from Mercy. Can they make a play out of this? Not really. Unfortunately, the hack was not able to be capitalized on because our DPS were not ready for that at the moment. Or rather, our DPS was not alive. However, we're cleaning up pretty well now. That Mercy's going for the res on the Reinhardt, and he gets it off again, bringing that Ryan back into the battle. Charge for the enemy Ryan. This big red box here, anything fired through it gets amplified for the enemy team and weakened for our team. Sort of like a power up for their team. Ooh, nice shatter.
Ooh.
Power down for ours, but with the shatter from our team.
Shatter.
Nice move. While that's going on, our team is just slightly pushing it up. They are not contesting. Oh, lifted up in the air by the enemy Sigma. But he gets slept. Oh my gosh, before they can even finish it off. Slept by Yi. That interrupted him.
Will Barberton get the point? It looks like they will. And
nice.
they do.
They've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get this cart up to the place that the enemy team pushed it, and then a little bit further, and they will get the win. If they can do that, it is their game.
At this point, it's win or lose. Everything that has gone, this entire match is basically boiling down to this moment right here. These next 2 minutes. Flank on the Tracer, or flank from the Tracer.
Barberton pushing in. J3's bug up a little far on the right side. Luckily, he's not picked off there. Echo is an interesting character. A lot of ability to adapt to various situations. Nice hack out from Spawn.
Hack.
Can the team follow up? They're pushing forward. Unfortunately, some of the team is turning around to deal with the Tracer in the back. They should really be pushing forward here. Unfortunately, that's going to result in Alec's death, and I think that could have been the push there. The Tracer just distracts the enemy team, or distracts Barberton. Oh, 3 kills from the McCree with the high noon.
An unfortunate series of events.
Yeah, Barberton really dropped the ball there. Lack of communication, or maybe just, you know, getting too focused on a small character like Tracer in the back line. We just need to move the cart right here. It's so close. You can almost taste the win.
On the bright side, however, we do have 3 ultimates. Actually, pretty much, yeah, 4 at this point, and they have 1, maybe 2 in a bit.
The ultimate
so we are
economy,
looking
very important.
We are looking at the advantage this fight. They have 45 seconds. Oh,
nice ball coming out. Can it be protected though? That's boosting up the enemies, our team. Charge on the Rhine, pushing in, pushing in. 30 seconds left in this.
Harassing our Orisa. We do lose the Ana in exchange for the Tracer. We are getting a res on the Ana. Very
Sleepless
good.
solo. Big heal coming out from Yi. Res on Yi.
Oh, we get another transformation from Echo to Ryan.
Oh, hammer from the enemy Ryan. Hammer from our Ryan, or rather from J3's bug. Splitting the enemy team here. High noon coming out. Fires off. Nice, huge hammer, huge hammer.
Another shatter.
Can they pick off the targets though? Can they be focused enough to eliminate the targets they need to and not split up their focus?
It is anyone's game at this point.
Brawling it out here. They're getting low. They're getting low. Just the Baptiste left.
Sleepless. Just Baptiste.
Finish him off. One last. Oh, the Reinhardt's charging in.
Oh.
Can they finish him off? Only one left. Only one left. Just the Tracer. Can they push it here? Only a few seconds left. We're in overtime. Can they get it? Yes. Barberton closes it out. That is the 3rd map to win for Barberton, bringing them to victory. Excellent game. We can see just how the team was able to pull it together at the last minute, focus those targets. It wasn't like the last time where there was a bit of communication where the team was split on attention. They focused in, they called their targets, finished them off, and were able to get control of that cart.
Absolutely amazing.
Great plays from the team.
Fantastic.
Awesome from every. I think everybody had a moment to shine over the course of this match, and we look forward to hopefully providing you viewers another opportunity to watch some Overwatch plays from our very own Barberton High School esports team, specifically the Overwatch team. Please let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like us to add, maybe do a little bit differently. This is our first time trying some of this casting for you guys, and we hope to make it a regular thing. So we really want to know what will help you guys. Are you wondering how these heroes work? Should we be talking more about the basics, more about the specifics? Should we just commentate after the fact? What do you want out of this? We want to make sure that we are here to help you understand our esports program and our awesome players. Once again, our players for this match were Noah Willis, Hunter Adair, Modesty Jet Castile, Mikey Brown, Alec Wietrick, and Jamont Shaver. If I missed anybody, sorry, but I believe that was all 6. I've been Mr. Kane, the head coach of the esports team, and then assisting me has been one of our assistant coaches, Ethan Titchener.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you guys again for some more Overwatch. Great season. Doing really well so
Yes.
far.